Well guys, bear with me for a couple of minutes. This video now, and it's Wednesday 29th of July. I've been back from Rainbow a couple of weeks, where I spent a couple of weeks with Kev the Lead in 11. Had a great trip, and by the time you're watching this you should have seen that, because I've yet to edit that. And I won't get time to edit it for a couple of weeks, because tomorrow I'm off to Sumbar in Croatia, my first trip there, a lake that everyone knows about in the kart world. It's been, you know, it's been at the, I don't know, the top of, certainly one of the top waters in Europe for a few years now, and it wasn't really on my radar until last November, when Stuart Little, as I call him in my phone, because we know a few Stuarts. We've got Big Stuart with big hands, scissor hands Stuart from Kent, and a couple of other Stuarts. So Stuart Little, because he's little, was in 17 on one of the Rainbow trips with Kev, and he just happened to mention to me about coming with him. The prospect of driving down there scared the life out of me. It's almost like I'm broadly Rainbow and half again, and I said to him that if he couldn't get anyone to go and he was happy to take my gear, you know, we'd share the costs and stuff and I'll fly. Well, anyway, earlier this year he contacted me, so I'm flying tomorrow morning out of Heathrow T5. Stuart set off early hours of this morning, and as I understand it, we're 10 pairs on a trip arranged by Kristof Cuderman, who's also on the trip, and quite a lot of English anglers, including Steve Briggs and Joan, who I'm looking forward to catching up with. So right now, I loaded my gear at Stuart Little's yesterday evening at his house. All I've got is a little bag, and I'll be flying out in the morning. So yeah, that's it in summary. So as I say, by the time you're watching this, I hope you've enjoyed the Rainbow video and saw the frustrations that went with that. But that's fishing, and I'm really looking forward to getting out to Croatia for the first time. 2.5 hour flight, got a taxi waiting the other end, and I think it's about 35 minutes in the cab to the lake. So very easy, just like going down to Cassian, for example, a few years back with Dave Iam at Cassian Carp Tours. You know, it's the way of the world now, so when you can fly, it all works out very well. And don't always work, but most of the time it works well. So yeah, watch this space, and yeah, next time the camera comes out, I'll probably be on that plane. Well, it's 1:30. Got here in no time at all. I'm at the lake, and turns out the taxi driver's brother is a carp angler, caught some serious fish. So I've just took a picture of him off Facebook, so I can send him a friend and find out where he's catching them. So yeah, so this is Marco, and yeah, picked me up from the airport and taking me back, and yeah, couldn't be easier. But it's red hot, and it's red hot all over Europe by the sound of things, so is what it is. And but yeah, this is Sumbar. Look at this. I'm just at the clubhouse now at the end of the track, and it's right what Kristof said on his message. Let them trucks go, because as we're coming down this lane for a couple of miles, trucks coming towards us, they ain't giving way. But anyway, we'll quickly catch up with Marco, and yeah, so Marco, yes, I send your brother a Facebook message, okay, because he catch some big carps, huh?
Yes,
yeah, very good.
If you, when you come back,
yes,
to Zagreb, to airport, if you want, we stop. It's 2 kilometers. You see the pictures.
Oh, okay, we do this.
Yeah.
Yes, I see the lake, huh? He's on the way back to airport.
It's 5 kilometers. We must go to old route from Zagreb to Karlovac.
Yeah, perfect.
And we stop on right side. It's one.
Okay, we must not tell
2 or 3
yeah,
big lakes.
Yeah, we tell. Yeah, we have to be careful. We don't tell every Englishman, because they come here. Many English.
Okay, no problem.
But he's a big fish, your brother catch. Yeah, we do this when I see you next Sunday. Okay. But thank you very much, Marco.
Sir.
Yeah, thank you for picking me up.
Be careful.
I see you 10 day.
Okay.
Okay, Marco.
Just call me day earlier.
Okay.
Day earlier.
Yeah, I call.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You need help for...
no, it's okay. This is all I have, huh?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I can carry this
Bye.
on my own. Bye-bye.
Enjoy.
Thank you. And there's a walk up from the taxi drop off, about 300 yards over there. This is my first view of Lake Sumbar. Need to get my bearings where Stuart is. I feel like the explorer Livingston. Here we are. Lake Sumbar, boys. So yeah, let's go in the water. So this is Stuart Little. I'm in 7. We're both in 7. Right, so let's go and look to the water's edge, Stu. So yeah, as I said earlier on the video, I took the gear to Stu's Tuesday night. He's drove out and yeah, feeling a little bit ropey right now, but it must be approaching 40 degrees anyway.
So this is the one you'll be in here.
Yeah.
So the marker should be... I can't really see it.
You'll see him out there.
So that one there, look.
What, in line with the toilet, is it?
Almost, I think so.
Okay, yeah.
And then that would be our right hand one.
What, both ours?
Yeah, so in between that is both of ours.
Right, okay, yeah, got it.
So then
right,
I'll be fishing from here.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's our boundary. So then the 2 markers we see would be the 2 points there.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, understand. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then Dave in 8, he's fishing from this one here, so if we went that side we'd be too close.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. And is he on his own in there?
No, there's 2 of them as well.
There's 2 of them. So one would be in there, one would be in there.
No, I think they're... I'm not too sure, they might both be in there, or,
right,
or they might be doing that.
Who's in this water?
I can't remember who got that swim actually.
Yeah, I see it was a foreign plate, but we're going to say hello to them,
yeah.
Okay, and the markers are basically keeping you away from this area, which is the snag.
Yeah, so that's the area that no one's allowed to fish there.
Yeah, got it, yeah. Yeah, understand. Yeah, cool. So we'll have a closer look at that map later, but this is Sumbar then. So we're more or less in the middle of the lake here, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there's a point round here and a big bay, and this is the scene. And from here to across there must be 400 yards, something like that, I'm guessing. From here to over the opposite bank, yeah. Well, anyway, but yeah, and
our markers are at 100 metres.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so maybe not 400 metres wide then, probably more like 300. Yeah.
Probably, yeah, 280 metres wide.
Oh, is it? Right, okay. Anyway, so this is the scene. Lunchtime Thursday, and I'm now slowly going to get in the shade and get my gear out of the van and get plotted up. I don't know what the time is. I'm delirious with heat exhaustion. It's unbelievable. It's really hot. And setting up in this is tiring. But this is probably the shadiest spot I've got for best part of the day, which I've managed to stick the bivvy up in. And yeah, right now the dinner comes round at 5, so I'm gonna have an early dinner, not eat a lot. You don't feel like you just want to drink. And but the upside is I'm at Sumbar, and it's nice to be here. So yeah, once I've had dinner, the sun's gone down, gets dark here off just about 10 o'clock, start putting the rods out maybe about 8. And you know, like I've heard and like I've seen videos online from, you know, Briggsy and others, these fish feed during the day. So, you know, in this sort of heat you wouldn't expect to be catching much, but apparently you do, or you can. So anyway, but yeah, right now I'd normally have a cup of tea right now, but all I want is a cold drink. So yeah, not far off getting it where I need it, and then have that dinner when it comes round. You can probably hear that breeze, which is nice, especially when you've got the shade. But yeah, I've got 3 rods. I'm not actually fishing out that way. I tend to have my rods at an angle to sort of cushion the bite, so to speak. So yeah, but our boundary is broadly sort of to the left, well, where that little hump of tree is. Let's see if I can zoom in. So our boundary is in line with that hump there, round to in line with that dip in the trees. And he puts the markers out via GPS. And as I say, those markers are apparently 100, but they're over 100 yards, no question of that. They're way over 100 yards. But anyway, I'll get me bearings. And Briggsy and Joan, who I'm looking forward to catching up with, they're to our right a couple of swims. So we've got some fellas next to us there. and then that might be Stephen Joan out there in the corner. Anyway, yeah, skirt about, get the video out later. But I've got visions of when I get a fish, especially a good one, getting down in the water here and getting beyond this weed. I can relate to this sort of weed at the island lake, and the potential for losing them in it when they get in from behind it. So it's not that bad, not as bad as the island lake, but it's that type of weed, so I've got to be mindful of that when playing fish, thinking positively, I might add. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, to get my bearings, I'm actually in 13. Ordinarily we'd be in 15 and 14, but this guy here, I think we're just trying to give him a bit more scope, so I've moved into here, 13, Stuart's in 14. That's our water. As I was saying, Steve's up here with Joan, and then we'll catch up with these boys. I think half of us here are English, half other nationalities. But this was the swim that was suggested to us, but again, who knows? You can do all the research, you know, that's the thing, right? Like I've said, and like all of us know, you can do the research till the cows come home, go on the forums, go on Facebook, disappear up your backside, Google Earth, this, that and the other. There's no substitute for just getting here and getting on with it. And you sort of have it in your head, you know, what the lake's going to look like and this, that and the other, and thanks to videos, largely you can, unlike donkeys years ago. But even so, you're here, and then you start seeing, like, if those markers weren't out there, I'd have swore the guy to the right of Stu was in our water. I feel like I've had a fire on my head, been put out with a shovel. A couple of hours since we've had dinner, I've now got 3 rods out. Left hand rod in this bay to my left on the edge of the weed in about 7 foot. Catapult distance with some particles, and my other 2 rods are where the fish are moving really, and that's in the centre of the lake just to the right of my marker. I'm on the fish, but that said, there's a lot of fish in here. At one point it was like being at Layer, you know. I think you could label this a runs water with big uns. That's how I think I'm seeing it. Oh, it's bleeding this. Back quick. Just want to get first Croatian carp. Well, mid-20, first Croatian fish ever. There we go, Thursday evening, about 9 o'clock. No one more surprised than me when it went off. Well, what a pleasant surprise that was. Yeah, first Croatian fish, mid-20 common. Yeah, well pleased with that, off the mark, happy days. 30 hours of Friday morning, £37. Just as I come to wake you up. Yeah, well done, Stu. Nice fish that.
Yep, thanks. Yeah, nice one, Stu. Well done.
This is about £32 after we took the sling off. Got that?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Happy days. Early hours of Friday morning. Second fish. Typical Croatian shaped common. Look at that. Beauty.
It's 7:30 Friday morning. I am dead beat. I only caught 2 fish in the night. The mozzie's been relentless. I've got every mozzie spray, bands, the lot. Ain't done no good. But more than that, I'm just whacked out. So, and the sun now is up and it's getting proper hot already. But anyway, we had a couple of fish, which is good.
Well, it's about 9:30 Friday morning. And as I said, it was nice to get off the mark with a couple of fish, Stu and I, between us. And I just heard back home, it's going to be the hottest day of the year back home. What's he doing there, that mate? Oh, that's Stuart. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, it's just as well you've got markers here, because it just dawns on you when you're fishing where you think you're in your water and you're probably not, and vice versa. You know, one of the guys come out, I'm thinking he's in Stuart's water. In fact, I even thought it was Stuart. So yeah, it's a good call having markers. But anyway, yeah, right now fish do have it during the day in conditions like this, flat calm, high pressure, red hot. Going to regroup, I had 2 rods out last night. I think I've been done on 1 rod. I was really expecting action on it, and I haven't. I had the 2 bites on the other rod. But anyway, yeah, gonna have a bit of a regroup. Go for showers late afternoon just before dinner, because otherwise, and probably jump in the lake. You know, you can have a little dip in here, and you need it right now. But anyway, that apart, as I say, I'd probably rather have this than it peeing down with rain. But it could do with being a bit cooler. Anyway, yeah, let's focus on the fishing, and let's see if we can catch some fish. Here, I've sensed you get a lot of bites, potentially a lot of bites, and if you're lucky, a big one. So it's a runs water with big uns. That's how I think I would see this lake in summary. Got me gold radio, Bluetoothed. Well, early afternoon Friday, I've never been so hot. I set my bivvy up yesterday thinking it'd be in the shade. I couldn't have put it in a worse place. Sun come up in the east, blazing on me 5:30 this morning. So I'm now moving it to where I think I should have put it yesterday. Anyway, as I say, never been so hot. It is relentless. And they reckon fish come out during the day in this heat. Well, let's see. Because right now it don't feel like it. Double. I thought it was bigger. Got it on the glasses. Well, Stu, Friday evening. Anticipation builds, doesn't it?
Hope so.
Yeah?
Yep.
Do you know what? I thought that was a bigger fish, that fish. I got it on the glasses, just shows you, till you get your eye and your hand in. And I'm so used to fishing braid and fishing nylon and all the stretch and everything else, till you get used to that again. That's my excuse for being a bit of a plum. But anyway, yeah, this is the scene I think about 8:30 Friday night. Well, 1 o'clock Saturday. I keep thinking it's Sunday for some reason. It's 1 o'clock Saturday. Kristof was saying there was 14 fish out last night, up to 40 odd pound. I think the biggest so far this week is Steve at the end, Steve Briggs with a mid 50. I had one in the night. It was about £6, but what a beautiful little Croatian mirror. So yeah, that no doubt will be big one day. But anyway, right now, yeah, hot as usual, and yeah, feel the need to be getting more amongst them. In truth, that's 4 fish I've had. I had a 29 and a low 30 in the night, so he's had 3 fish now. And yeah, our mates over in the far corner, they've had 1, so they're off the mark. Yeah, but right now, all to play for, and as I say, it can happen during the day, but look, yesterday, most of the bites, it would appear, were at night. Basking in the shade, Stuart and I, saying we should be getting a bite, and it's gone off. I'm just saying to Stu, that looks like a nice fish, but we've been there before. I had a 20 pounder. That, yeah, surprised me. It's a grass carp. A lot of them in here. Yeah, good luck with that, Stu.
Yeah.
Last time I come close to one of them, bust me rod. Just like you're about to do. Yeah, I'll go and put a kettle on. Yeah, see, right. See it, Stu. They're like tarpon. Now the fun starts. To be fair, Stu, they give a good account of themselves, don't they? It's just that you've been not fishing for them. That's the biggest grass carp I've seen. Got away that, Stu. First grassy. Yeah, it's a big grass carp, that. The scales on that. £50 4. Never seen a grass carp that big, and Stuart's first one. Look at that. What a specimen for a grass carp. Well done, Stu.
Cheers, mate.
What is it, an anaconda? Look at that. That's it. Yeah. God, this is pulling now. Just had dinner Saturday evening. My back, I've got a spasm in my back, it's killing me. And it's gone off, my left hand rod again. Hold on, Stu. Get it set up. Push that right out, Stu. Go on. Oh, nice one, Stu. Well done, mate. That's a relief. Oh. Here, mid-30. Oh.
Might go 40.
Yeah, just over 30. £30. I thought it was bigger. Yeah. That's it. Saturday evening, well chuffed with that. There it goes.
There she goes.
Again, playing these fish, you think they're much bigger than they really are. Don't know what one double that size is going to go like. Right now I need to chill. Yeah, just watching the football with the lads. FA Cup final Saturday evening. Stu's had a bite, and I was just saying, the shame of it all is if Arsenal don't win, we won't get through to European football. So yeah, a lot of pressure, and all of a sudden it's torn off. Hey Denzel, you land it, I'll film it all, alright?
You are it, son, I'll play it.
Yeah. Do you know what, my mates watching this, they won't be able to work out why you're called Denzel.
No, sure. I used to have a bit more hair back then, though.
Anyway, yeah, Saturday night and Stu's in. Happy days. What you like with a landing net, Dens?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You alright, yeah? You don't want to go knocking them off in here?
I'll just crap with a rod.
Yeah.
All joking aside, this feels decent.
Yeah, it does look good, yeah.
Yeah, it feels decent.
Yeah. Dens, breathe in.
Right, Kev, they feel bigger, don't they?
They do.
Baby.
Yeah, no, you ain't very good. No, in fact, he's shit.
Oh shit, sorry Steve.
Oh my god.
No, no.
Oh,
I had it.
no. Not yet.
I thought you had him right over there.
Get his head up, you ain't ready. Now he's ready. He's angry.
Well done, Denzel. Yeah, nice one, Stu. Hey, I ain't been funny on. Don't let him land any of my fish, will
He's
ya?
on yours next.
Yeah. No.
You know you can edit that bit now, don't you? You can edit the first.
Dens, give it some water. Yeah.
Go on, pour the lot.
Dens, try not to get the water in its eyes.
£33?
Yep, superb.
There's my phone over my pocket.
Well done, Stu. Early hours of Sunday morning.
£55.
Well done. Beautiful fish. That's it.
She goes.
Well, it's 6 a.m. Sunday, and I've had the weirdest night. I had a spasm in my back. I get it a couple of times a year. Never had it when I've been fishing. Fortunately, always had it at home, but got it last night. I was in a lot of pain, and thanks to Stu, I had a couple of bites. My rods were already out, otherwise I wouldn't have put them out, and had a couple of fish. One was a 30, one was a 20, I think. Yeah, I've got one rod out at the moment, first light. Pain's gradually going, so yeah, don't want to labour it, but crikey, I was in agony. Right now, just slowly trying to move about and get it back to normal, have a cup of tea, and yeah, hopefully yeah, get it sorted. I feel like it's getting better, but anyway, enough of my woes. That was a cracking fish. Stu had that 55 common, real pucker fish, and there was a few bites in the night. I could hear them because I was up all night. So yeah, all to play for, and I feel like I'm getting in the zone. Yeah, just got to get myself sorted, and I'm on it. Yeah, so approaching tea time Sunday, chatting away, and then Stuart's had a bite. And the weather looks really good. Overcast, bit of rain. What's that?
What did you just say before? 10 minutes ago?
Well, we're going to have it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just feel it, yeah? I need to get my rods out. Yeah, Stu hook pulled on that fish sort of in the margin. We didn't get to see it, but I was just saying to him earlier, yeah, with this, it's just feels so much better now. It's cooled down and stuff, and I think part of my problem as well is the flies, the mozzies. I've never known anything like it. It's unbelievable, but you know, I'm trying to regroup and stuff. So if it looks like I'm after sympathy, I am. If my wife was here, she'd be run ragged, and poor old Stu, bless him, he's proper looking after me. But yeah, right now I'm just going to, I've got all rods in, I've had them in most of the day. Just going to go up and have a shower and have a slow mooch around, have dinner, and get the rods out for this evening. Well, Sunday about 6 o'clock and dinner's just arriving. So yeah, we're going to have dinner, and it's cooler, overcast, we had a sprinkle of rain. And I want to get 2 rods out, not 3 this evening, thanks to Stuart helping me. Yeah, I'd be knackered without him here. But yeah, have something to eat, and been up and had a shower, and yeah, doing my best to regroup. Yeah, well, Sunday, 6 o'clock, dinner's served. Plenty of fish moving out there. I want to get a couple of rods out tonight. Feels good for tonight, Stu, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Now it's nice and cool.
That is one clever dog. Yeah, clever dog that. There were swarms of gnats or whatever they were, and then these blackbirds come along. I don't know if I'm capturing them on a video. Loads of them, and they're eating them all. That's nature for you. Clever birds. Look at them all over. There's a big swarm of them earlier. Black with like a big tail. Well, it's early hours of Monday morning. I had a mid-20 earlier in the night. Got a 37 mirror here. Stu's kindly come around to help me. I won't be able to lift it with the way my back is at the moment, so he's going to lift it up for me. And yeah, nice fish, biggest one so far for me. Yeah, £37, well pleased. Thanks, Stu. There we go. £37, early hours of Monday morning. Nice one. Cheers, Stu. Happy days, buddy. Thanks. Yeah. Well, that was a choker. It's 5 o'clock Monday morning. Had a bite on my left hand rod, pulled into it. I was back winding and back winding at that range, and it just hit a snag. And yeah. 6:30 Monday morning, and there's a storm. Looks like it's coming our way. Had a storm this morning, and now it's calmer. Nice one, Stu, well done. Whew. Low 30, what'd you say?
Yeah, it's definitely 30.
Yeah. Won't bother weighing it, we'll get a picture of you holding it and get it back, yeah? You all right with that? Yeah, and back's still playing up, so Stu's going to hold that fish, another 37 pounder. Almost identical to one I had last night. So yeah, well chuffed with that. There we go, mid-morning Monday, 37 pound, typical Croatian mirror, superb. Yeah, thanks Stu.
No worries.
Yep. Well, 6 o'clock Monday evening, and look at these, bang on conditions if you was at home. Yeah, just had dinner and this storm's come back again as predicted, so yeah, looks mad for it. So yeah, I only got one rod out at the moment. I only fished 2 last night. It was a lot of effort for Stu, and to be fair, it yeah, weren't really fair on him, but those 2 rods both went a couple of times. But right now, yeah, he's gone shopping. We'll get back, get the rods out, and yeah, looks mad for it. And you know what, I do feel like we drew a big one. It really does. Bloody hailstones, look at the size of them. Look. Well, 7:30 now, Monday evening, and yeah, that storm lasted about half hour. Feels really good now, mild, overcast, and yeah, we're due a big one, and this is the scene. And yeah, from what I'm led to believe, yeah, a lot of fish in that sort of 30 pound bracket. I don't know whether they've stopped it or what recently. I've heard different sort of things, but yeah, as I say, you know, don't get me wrong, it's nice to be catching them fish and it's nice to have a bite. I've had 2 or 3 37s, I think it is, but I did look what did feel good fish. Stuart's had a 55. You know, there's no shortage of big uns in here. So yeah, right now feeling mega confident. Well, I think you've got to be careful what you wish for. That's a proper storm now, Monday night. It's about 9 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock, it's proper coming. Really is wild out there now. It's like a rainbow storm. Needed it. Let's hope it kick-starts the fishing. Look at it. Well, it's about 11:30 Monday night. That storm subsided. Stu shouted out to me. I've gone up to him. He's got what looks like a 60 pound mirror. I'm up there. My rod's gone off. Come running back into that. There must be some line trailing somewhere there, because I'm playing the fish and then I could feel it on the line, and then it come off. No sooner I threw the rod down, the other rod's gone off. I played that for probably 15 minutes. Biggest fish I've hooked there for sure. Lost it in the margin. It ain't going that well right now, and not least of all, I'm getting spasms in my back as I'm playing the fish. Well, I just don't know. But the upside is Stuart's got a lovely mirror, so let's go and sort that out. There we got it. Let's get that gnarly head. It's like a cow, isn't it? Yeah, superb. So, yeah. Yeah. Go on, we got it.
There she goes.
Well, Stuart, how good was that? Well, I've rebaited both rods. I'm laying there, I can't really sleep now. Although these pills that Denzel gave me to knock out a bloody dinosaur. But you lay there and you think you could be laying there with such a different mindset. You know, that was a really good fish and I got it all the way in and hook pulled. And then reflecting on Rainbow a few weeks ago, you know, I could do with a bit of luck, I think. I think that's the right word, luck. I know you make your own luck largely, but crikey, I do need some slack, that's for sure. That's how I feel right now, anyway. Well, it's 7:30 Tuesday morning now, and just put back a small one, 20-pounder. Just had the bite, so yeah, that was 4 bites, but couldn't make it happen for me in the night, unfortunately. So yeah, disappointing, but yeah, got to regroup and onwards and upwards. That's how it is right now. Those pills, I don't know if it's I don't know what the word is, but apart from sort of feels like it knocks you out a bit. The most important thing is it's relieved the pain massively. So I'm feeling much better, but feeling a bit spaced out, I think. Might be the right phrase, I don't know. Anyway, maybe a lot to be said for taking them. Yeah, for the rest of my life, I don't know. But anyway, right now I have a cup of tea, and yeah, certainly feeling better, if not a bit drowsy. Yeah, yeah, I meant to say, drew a lot of rain today. I think that's then the last of the rain between now and Sunday. Yeah, this is the scene Tuesday morning, overcast, mild, and I'm sure there'll be some more opportunities. Just got to make them happen. Don't know why I didn't put the canopy up earlier in the week. So he's being cooped up in there, isn't it?
It does, mate, do it?
Yeah. Still, what a lovely mirror that was, early hours of the morning, wasn't it? Eh? Yeah, superb.
Right.
But yeah, this is the scene now, mid-morning Tuesday.
How long the mate? There's a big fish Thursday coming up.
So he's just put back that grass carp and this went off. Don't want to come in this one. Yeah, team effort this. I'm feeling nervous.
Totally relaxed.
Yeah, you do look relaxed. I've just seen it, it's an 80-pound mirror. I don't think you're so relaxed now.
Really? So small. Smart one.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, well played. Nice.
Hmm?
Yeah, great account of itself. Yeah, upper 30 then, David, you say, yeah? Go on, I've got it. Save you getting all wet.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, nice one. Well, yeah, well done. Yeah, put that fish back, 20 pounder, about an hour ago, and the same rod's gone off again. That storm's gone, it's warm now. It did feel mad for it, didn't it, Stu?
It did, yeah. And it's kicked off, hasn't it?
Nice one, Stu. Well done, mate. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, there we go. It's mid-20. Mirror. Yeah, stick her back, Stu. Thanks, mate. Well, it's 2 o'clock Tuesday, and you know, 5 days in. Got 5 days left. 5 nights, and yeah, I feel like I've got to make it happen and get myself a big one. There's been a few 60s out since we've been here, including Stu's obviously this morning, and yeah, right now that's probably the sort of boost I could do with. Yeah, I just popped a serious pill that's, I think, kicking in now. It's all a bit weird. I've never had to take pills before, but yeah, it's quite strange. But anyway, you can see a storm looming behind us again that's coming our way, and I just feel like I can get it right. Well, I think I'm getting it right. Just got to land. What a bloody hook. But right now I'm going to go up and have a shower in a little while, just chill out, and then regroup and probably try and have a couple of hours kip. I think that's the plan. But yes, look at that. Right, 6:30 Tuesday night. Had dinner, 3 rods back out, feeling mega confident. Just got to convert the opportunities I'm being given. It'd be great to catch a big fish. So what's been your tactic, Stu? We ain't really caught up on that, have we?
My tactic?
Yeah.
Short boilies, as you can see there.
And what you got soaking in there?
That's just a bit of dry sweet, bit of rock salt, bit of cream seed, and then the particle with maize.
Yeah.
The maize that we're getting.
What bait you using?
Munch baits.
Right. Well, they shelf life, are they?
They are, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Looking a treat, isn't it? The dog's back. Well, it's just been the maddest 10 hours, whatever it's been. I'm shaking because I'm cold now. But those pills knocked me out massive. And it was raining last night, early hours of this morning, quite stormy. Next thing I know, my bivvy's collapsed on me, this side. And the wind had got up so much by the time I woke up. It banged it on the... broke me bivvy, and I'm inside it. Anyway, thankfully I had a PIR light in there. That's gone on. And I managed to sort myself out. Yeah, and right now, I went back to Kip, and I've got what I think is probably the best fish I've had here this week, probably a 40 pounder. So I'm well chuffed with that. So I'll sort that out, and that's a long story cut short. 44.4 leather. Ain't had a leather, true leather, in a long while, not one scale on it. How's that, Stu?
Lovely, mate.
Yeah, let's get the other side. You want it?
Yep.
44.4. Yeah,
Lovely fish, mate.
happy days. Yeah. Well, guys, pleased to have that one, let me tell you. Beautiful fish, and I don't recall catching a leather for a long while. And I was able to pick it up because Denzel's given me a couple of other pills. He said if it gets really bad, take these as well. Well, I did, and right now my back don't feel like I've got any pain. So I don't know much about pills, won't bore you with which ones they are, but I think, like I might have said earlier, they'd knock out a dinosaur, and that's what I've needed. Anyway, I'm going to regroup now. All the rods are in, the biv is buggered. So what happened last night, I had the canopy up, I was sleeping heavily, and without these ropes securing the front, it's pushed in, broke the side thing. Look, that's bent down there. That's folded in on me. Well, mid-morning Wednesday, I've got 2 rods out. I hadn't had a bite on this right-hand rod. Yeah, so, yeah, you can hear the wind. Looks mad for it, really does. And we've got this, I believe, till tomorrow. They're not until Sunday. Oz tent don't look too fit, but it's repairable, to be fair. But I was getting myself the new Ridge Monkey, so that's just prompted me to order that sooner than later. I'll get this repaired, and yeah, it'll do my son for his camping. Yeah, you can order the components. So that bar, as I say, busted, and yeah, with a bit of TLC we'll get that up and working. I've certainly had my money's worth out of this. Got it in 2013, and with the amount of fishing I do, it's had a lot of use. So yeah, no complaints. But yesterday, my stupidity, although I'd have woke up, I would have realised I hadn't secured the front. That was the issue. Otherwise, you know, it's been a great tent. But that, I think the issues you have with the Oz tent, I think Ridge Monkey have largely overcome. Certainly the rigidity and stuff, but yeah, I've seen it a couple of times, the prototype and stuff, and yeah, it looks a great bit of kit. But to be fair, that's been good as well. Breakfast Wednesday morning. That might be the wild boar I saw earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, mid-30. Wednesday mid-afternoon. Sorted?
Yep.
Happy days. Sorry. Pull the net back a bit. That's it. It's gone. Sorry, I thought it was stuck on the net. Right.
Podragaj.
Get the little boy on it now.
Yeah, yeah, it's on, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Podragaj.
Yeah, how big's that, Stu? Was it 36?
£36.
Yeah, lovely. Cool, let's get back.
Lovely.
Yeah, so Wednesday evening, about 7:30, put that common back, mid-30 common, about an hour and a half ago, and it's gone off again.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully, Stu, it's kiting right away from that line that's hanging about. $39.14 Wednesday evening. Just put that fish back. Thought this was stuck, and it looks like I had a bite while I was playing that fish. And it's kited to the right. Ain't caught your line, Stu, is it? Because your buzzer would go, yeah?
I'll be going by now, yeah.
Right. Right. So I just put back that 39.14, and I've got here probably a mid-30. What's your name?
Mela.
Mala. He's with it, so
Mela.
we're going to put it back. There we go. Happy days. Well, it's been really good, really has. And yeah, that was a lovely fish. I played from the boat at 39.14. So my second biggest fish of the trip, I think it is. But yeah, catching plenty of fish, and a big one will come. I just feel it. You know, there's a lot of fish in here, and every now and then you can clonk that big one and make it happen. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I just got the rods out again. Yeah, while I was playing that fish, I had another bite, but the fish had kited. So when I picked up the rod, having dealt with the other one, I thought, oh, it's snagged, sod it. And then when I've got to pick the rod up, the angle was completely different. So all that fish did was kite and not take any line. Anyway, that's fishing for you. Right now, cup of tea. I can't eat any dinner after eating that meal this morning. Yeah, so a cup of tea and a biscuit, and then I'll be getting my head down. Yeah, so setting the scene Wednesday evening. 4 nights to go. Yeah, some apple strudel and a cup of tea. That's all I need for dinner now. Early hours of Thursday morning. And that's my second mid-30. The other one was a mirror. I didn't get on camera. And but yeah, there's a nice common. £35. Happy days. Well, there's that fish. I thought it was bigger, the way these things fight. Yeah, superb. Well, it's 11:30 now, Thursday morning, and yeah, conditions are bang on. I don't know if they're bang on for here, but you'd think so. If they're bang on for back home, they'd be bang on for here in terms of, you know, overcast, mild, windy. I had 6 fish in the night, and in the end I couldn't put the rods out anymore. My back was spasming and everything else. And I'm not doing this sympathy vote thing, right? I don't even get sympathy from my wife. I'm just documenting it, so that I'll look back on this as probably the weirdest session I've ever had in terms of pain and stuff. But anyway, so I had to get some kip. So I left the rods in, and I've had about 4 hours sleep and feel better for it. But if I walk about, it eases the problem. So anyway, I'm going to skirt about now, go and have a shower, put some batteries on charge, make a few calls, and then regroup for this evening. But yeah, right now, yeah, that was a lovely fish Adam had. What a beauty that was. These Croatian fish, I do like the look of them. And yeah, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else, went out of my head. But yeah, anyway, so I have a cup of tea and then, yeah, skirt about. Well, it's 2 o'clock now, Thursday. Got 3 nights left, and yeah, spent the last few hours having a regroup, sorting myself out, had a shower, and yeah, just generally, yeah, sorted myself out. So rods are back out now. Still got just 2 rods out. I'm going to put the 3rd one out close in this corner on my left, and just leave, you know, when those fish are kiting and you're conscious of them going over other people's lines, 2 rods out there I think's enough. So anyway, yeah, time for another cup of tea and yeah, chill. But time for a big one, I just know it. Oh, I needed that. Needed that fish. Happy days. Mid-afternoon Thursday, £41. Needed this fish. Well chuffed. Got it?
Yep.
Happy days. I really needed that fish, really did. As much as I'd had a few in the night, it's nice to have a 40-pounder, and yeah, just a sort of a bit of a boost that I wanted, and gratefully received. Oh, everything was so good. I'm getting ready, baiting up, being stung by a wasp. Yeah, just what I needed. Well, approaching dinner time, and Stu's Claire has had a bite. So she's had one rod out the last couple of days and it's gone off. That looks a good fish the way that's going. And Claire ain't give it 1 centimetre of line.
Well, we'll let it go. Let that one. That one, the other one. Let it go. Let's go. Let it go.
Here, boss.
Yeah, that's
dinner,
40.
isn't it?
Yeah, 40, yeah, call that 40 dead, I would say.
Lucky it's not lively yet.
Can you turn the back round to me? Yeah, that's it.
8 o'clock Thursday evening. Full of anticipation. You on it?
Yep.
£39. Just gone, well, very early hours of Friday morning. Get the other side because I'm interested to see if we caught this one before. You on it?
Yep.
Oh, 3 o'clock Friday morning, it's up at 20. What a fight it gave for its size. Incredible fish here, the way they go. Pretty fish, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. Well pleased with that. Thank you. Well, my face is silhouetted, as you can see, with the sunrise Friday morning, and I had a bite, and I've got a lovely mirror in the net, probably £40. First light bite, my third fish really. So yeah, had a fair night's fishing. So yeah, well happy with that. £32 Friday morning, sunrise. Right. Happy days. What do you reckon, about 33?
Yeah.
Yeah, £33. Yeah, well happy with that. Happy days. Yeah, £36 Friday mid-morning. Well pleased. Denzel, congratulations in order, eh?
Cheers.
Well done, mate.
Thanks,
What a
mate.
fish.
It was a really nice fish, yeah.
Tell us what happened.
Not much of a run. It was wrapped in weed, and obviously my line was down in the weed. I kept saying that as I'm taking my lines out, I'm dropping them. There's a lot of long weed out there. Anyway, picked it up. Not much of a run, so I got up to it, struck it, rock hard into nothing. Put the rod down as you do, let it go slack. Nothing happening. It was just wrapped off. So I had to go out in the boat, but I've just gone for the battery now. I had no battery on the motor, so I let the fish pull me out to it, and then it was just wrapped off. So I sort of leant over the boat, a bit precarious, leant over the boat, pulled on the line until I sort of felt it coming, maybe snapped a weed or two, and then felt it move. And it was tired by then, really. It had been pulling against weed, obviously. So it come to the net really easy, but what a lump. Yeah, £62. Just
Yeah,
under,
amazing.
just shade under.
Yeah, well done. And how many
Sweet,
fish
yeah.
have you caught?
That's one of the sixth.
The 6th fish?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, but
Well,
what a fish.
obviously 2 grass carp, but we don't.
Right, yeah. No, what a fish. Yeah.
sweet.
And was it off the spot you were talking about earlier in the week?
Do you know what it was? Yeah, it was.
Right.
Where I moved the bloody marker from.
Yeah.
I'd given up on it.
Right.
And then last night I just thought, do you know what? I know it's high there. I know there's a plateau. So.
Well, mid-afternoon Friday, this fish tore me a new one. 38.5. Unbelievable how some of these fish fight in here. Incredible creatures. Amazing Croatian carp. Superb. I've just put back that fish, got stung again by a wasp. But I was just going to say, with Stu, that fight, if I'd have lost that...
Brilliant fight, mate, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
Was that a good
Amazing
half hour?
fight. Yeah, good half hour, that fish. And, yeah, and 38 and a half. So, you know, not complaining, but if I'd have lost it, I'd have sworn it was bigger, really. And, yeah, some of these fish, how they
great fights,
fight.
aren't they?
Yeah, unbelievable, these Croatian fish. Yeah, I don't know, it's exactly deep, really, this lake, compared to others, but there's something about these fish that fight, isn't there?
Oh, unbelievable fights.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to regroup now, re-tackle, go and have a shower, catch up with a couple of boys and get back for the evening. But yeah, that was a spectacular fight.
Here comes Denzel.
There's Denz.
Here, Denzel.
Hey, Denz. That's Denzel. They named him Denzel after Trigger in Fools and Horses. Oh, I thought it was bigger than that. £56. Oh, I thought it was bigger than that. Oh, happy days.
Good fish though, mate.
Yeah,
Good.
super. Yeah. £56. Saturday morning. Well chuffed with that. Oh, happy days. Right. On it. Yeah, lovely. Right. Well, I've got to honestly say, be honest with myself, I thought that was like £62 all day long, but £56, and you know what, I ain't complaining. That was a spectacular fight and the best one of my trip so far. So yeah, well happy with that. I need this cup of tea. Oh, great feeling catching a big fish, boys, as we all know. Yeah, and while it's not everything, there's nature to look at and birds and foliage and trees and all that. I'd much rather be looking at carp. Anyway, on that note, cheers. Look at that, superb. Yeah, Saturday morning, £50 four. Happy days.
Lovely
Your
shoot.
mojo, weren't you?
I
Your
was.
confidence.
I said, that's it for me, no more.
All turn around.
Happy days.
Yeah, lovely. Second 50 as well. Is it your second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Happy
Yeah.
days. Yeah, it's been a great Saturday morning now for both Stuart and I to have a 50 pounder. Well made up with that. And yeah, right now I've got 24 hours to make it happen. And yeah, I've only been fishing 2 rods for over a week now. And I'm going to put the 3rd rod out. I've been baiting the margin, left-hand margin. And I thought I'd put the rod out there yesterday, but I was so tired I went to bed. But now I'm just putting the rod out there. Who knows? Yeah, I love margin spots. Yeah, I used to use snides back in the 80s, and they always went off. But yeah, just been baiting it all week, spreading some bait out around the weed, and yeah, going to put the rod on the spot. Yeah, so I've been catching my fish on these 2 rods out in our boundary, sort of, I'm guessing 130 yards, 140 yards, something like that. And that left-hand rod now I've just put out has gone in this bay, probably 15 yards out. Yeah, coming round to Steve and Joe, and 2 familiar faces. Yeah, so tell me, how's your 10 days been, or 9 days so far?
All right, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice here. I like it here. It's been a little bit tough the last few days. The fish were here at the start and they sort of moved out, but you know, that's session fishing, isn't it? You know, they ain't going to be here all the time.
Do you think you could hold these fish though, Steve?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
think
don't
so.
matter what you
No.
do. Right.
No, well, everyone's doing the same thing in it. They're all putting in loads of bait.
Yeah.
So everyone's trying to do the same thing. But no, I don't think anywhere in the world, any water I've been, you could actually hold fish with bait. You know, they eat when they're hungry, and then they're off. They're gone.
Yeah.
It's like we've been feeding a little cat here every day. He comes when it's dinner time, but you can't hold him here with food. He just wanders off when he's
Right.
had enough. You know,
Yeah,
and the fish
yeah.
are the same. You can never hold them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
you-
good analogy. Yeah, fair point. Yeah.
Yeah, you just try and catch them when they're here. And at the moment, they're not here. Last couple of days, they haven't been.
And they was here when you turned up.
Yeah, it's gradually tailed off through the session, and the guys down the other end of the lake, the Polish guys, their action's been building up, you know, and we can see the fish jumping more and more down that way. It's what it is, but we've had a great trip still.
And what have you caught?
Well, we've both had 25 kilo fish. We've both had
Yeah.
55 pounders and another 54 and a few others. Not loads of fish,
Yeah.
but some decent ones.
And what's been your approach bait-wise and stuff?
Mainly, we was getting them on little pop-ups. I made up some little pop-ups this year, and I was using them in England and doing really well on them. And I thought they would go well here because I've caught, strangely enough, not many people use them here, and I don't use them much myself, but the biggest fish I've had here in the past have been on little pop-ups. So that's what they were on this time, really. Yeah, it's not a standard sort of go-to continental sort of setup. I'm basically sort of braided rigs, snowmans or bottom baits. For some reason here pop-ups work, so...
And have you been putting the maize out that they give you and stuff?
Yeah, I have. I mean, we brought a lot of bait with us.
And you're normally using the Nash squid, is it?
Yeah, scope-it squid. I've got lots of scope-it squid.
Yeah.
I've also cooked up, sort of 5 buckets of hemp to bring down, loads of pellet and that. But getting the maize as well, it's cheap here, and they cook it for you. It's decent stuff.
Yeah.
It's easier than doing it yourself, basically.
Yeah, fair call.
So,
and how many times you fished here now, you guys?
What is it now? 4? Is this the 4th time? I fished here with Tom. Yeah, 2 times over the other side with you. This is.
Yeah, but you were also here years ago, weren't you?
Yeah, first time I fished it was actually 2007.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned when there was a lot of smaller ones in here.
Yeah, basically it was a runs water then, and sort of 40 pound was. Mid-40s was top whack.
But it's a heavily stocked water, this, even now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
There don't seem a shortage of fish in here.
Well, I mean, there's less than what there was this time last year. About 500 less, they reckon. And it does sort of show, it does notice.
Right.
But there's still loads of fish out there. It's still, you described it well the other day, a runs water with a chance for big fish.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. That day I was setting up there, it was like being at Layer Pits. There were so many fish moving, rolling, jumping, heads out, this, that and the other. Yeah. I'm thinking, this is like Layer Pits in the 90s. Yeah? That's how it looked to me. And I didn't quite have that impression of the place. So when I did my research, saw your videos and spoke to a few boys that had been here and one thing and another, it dawned on me that, it's a quite a prolific water.
Yeah, there's not as many jumped at all this time.
Not down here.
No.
I mean, we've been watching them.
Well, that first day there was,
down the bottom end,
I ain't seen as many since, but that particular afternoon there was loads.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to people that were coming here for the first time? Because this lake's on a lot of people's radar still, and it's Sumbar.
Yeah, very much so,
Yeah.
and it's a great place to come
Yeah, and he
to.
does a great job, Kristof. The way he marks out the
Kristof's
water,
brilliant.
and everything else. Great bunch of guys. The
Yes.
food.
Yeah,
it is a
that's
top-notch
true,
trip.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Kristof plants everything, and he spends hours on it.
yeah.
Because he wants people to catch.
Yeah.
He does it for the people, not for himself.
He's bang on. And like I said earlier in the week, when I got here and saw those markers, I'm thinking, when one of the guys was baiting up, I'm thinking he's coming in my water. Without those markers, we'd be all over the place, wouldn't we?
Yeah, and knowing the water well as he does, like you mentioned it to me, some of the swims look like bowling alleys.
Yeah.
But what it is, they're the prolific areas of the lake, so they're sort of smaller areas. But I mean, Kristof is probably in the smallest swim on the lake, and he's had the most and the biggest fish.
Yeah.
He come out last in the draw.
Yeah.
Got the smallest swim, and he's done the best out of everyone.
Yeah.
So the thing is, they're all good areas. The way he's marked it out, it doesn't matter whether you come out first or you come out last in the draw. He's come out last and he's done the best.
So what advice would you give, Steve, to people thinking of coming here?
Well, I mean, bring plenty of bait. It is a bait water. They do like plenty of bait. You haven't got to be technical. So, don't go too technical with everything and think that you've got to try and outwit the fish. It's being on the fish and feeding them when they're there. When they're on you, they'll eat plenty of bait. So they love boilies. You don't need big baits here. It's not like, like the Cassian of the old, where we used to use really big hard baits because of the crayfish. They like smaller baits here. So, yes, little snowmans, little wafters, pop-ups, you know, that sort of thing. That's the style of fishing. It's almost English style.
And is it
fishing,
my
really.
imagination that these fish seem to fight exceptionally hard?
Well, yeah, they do actually.
They
yeah, every
seem
time I've
to,
been
right?
here,
Some of the
they-
fish
yeah.
I've caught,
Yeah.
you know, I'm thinking, crikey, you're only £25 or say 30, you know, lovely
Yeah,
fish, don't get me
deceiving,
wrong.
aren't they?
But if there's a few fish, if I'd have lost them, I would have thought were much bigger. I know that can happen anywhere, but I just wonder, it's like these Croatian fish remind me, the look of them, of a few fish at Harrow in the early days, one in particular, Tyson, right?
Yeah.
Which we knew as a Belgium strain fish, right?
Oh,
That's how we knew it back in the
Yes.
day. You know, they come from Belgium, that type of thing. But when you looked at that small head and that big humpback and not many scales, that's what these largely
Very
are.
similar to
yeah,
these,
and I had I don't think levers are that rare in here, because I had one the other day,
Yeah.
a mid-40,
Those are
pure
big here,
leather.
aren't they?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I ain't caught a pure leather in 30 years.
Yeah,
right?
we've had two
yeah?
or three this trip.
Yeah.
as
You
well.
have you? Yeah. Well, that, you know, and but as I say, Tyson got its name. I caught it when it was
Can imagine,
£23
can't
as a real fighting machine, right? And that went on to do, you know, up to 50, I think. When I look at some of these fish, they remind me of that fish. And as I say, the way they seem to fight is incredible.
Yeah, there was a couple here. You know, I can remember one night playing this fish and thinking, oh, this is one of those hard-fighting mid-40s, you know, mid to upper 40s. And it was like £22,
Yeah.
£23.
Yeah, no, they are fighting machines.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you guys are off tomorrow.
Yes.
You're fishing again out in France, I guess, as the year develops. Well, Italy, like you were saying.
Yeah, we don't actually fish in France much these days.
Right.
We sort of drive through it and out the other side, you know. It's
Yeah.
Well, actually, next trip, thinking about it, will be
Poland.
back here.
Oh, back here, yeah. We're coming
Yeah,
back here.
because there was a space on a trip in September which we didn't know about, but that's come up. So we're going to be, it's going to be a bit of a jaunt
Yeah.
from here and then up to Poland.
Up to
Oh,
Poland.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, no, good for you guys, though.
And it's lovely in Poland as well. Fishing in Poland is lovely. It's
Yeah.
really nice. We enjoy that.
Well, there's one thing I've learned, and that is to get myself one of those mozzie mesh doodahs for the bed chair.
From the
Yeah,
Yeah, lifesaver that.
Yeah, I tell you,
a couple of quid off eBay.
I've never known mozzies and then black flies like here. And I've been stung twice by wasps as well. Yeah,
I
so...
got
you,
stung
didn't
in
I?
the throat with a wasp.
Yeah,
You did you?
Yeah.
Crikey, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and also to remind people about the vignette, is it?
Oh, vignette on the tolls ticket.
When they
yeah.
come down to get for Austria and Slovenia. To come
Oh,
through-
to pay the toll ticket.
pay the
Oh,
toll.
because Stuart got caught out. That's right.
Yeah.
So when you're
And
going...
his missus.
Yeah, they both
did.
got caught out.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you're talking about 150, you know, 130, 150
Yeah.
euro fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the actual ticket for a 7-day ticket is only about 7-8 euros.
And you can get them from petrol garages as
Yeah,
well, is that
literally
right?
all of the petrol garages
Yeah.
leading up through Germany on the way to Austria. You can get them in all of those.
Yeah.
So you just say, have you got like, it's a vignette, that's what
Yeah.
they call
Yeah,
it.
so and it's like a equivalent of a toll charge
It's-
to
yeah,
be
a
able to drive
motorway
through.
toll ticket you
Yeah,
put in your
understand. Yeah,
windscreen.
yeah, good point. Yeah,
And it's easy to get, and you get it for Austria and Slovenia. You just get them in Germany before you enter, and then you ain't got to worry about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Because now they've been hit with fines, as you say,
Otherwise, it's
over 100 euros
Yeah.
each. Yeah,
And they're quite hot on it now as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
60 euros a shot if you get caught.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah, yeah. That's been
You
the cost
know,
of my flight.
exactly.
You know, flying out here and back
Yeah.
with BA return.
Yeah.
It was like nothing. It's cost me more to get to the airport than what my flights cost.
It's just annoying when you get whacked on. You know, you might think, oh, I'll get away with it. You know, they're
No,
getting a bit
they-
They're
strict
looking
on it.
out for the English all
Yeah,
coming to
exactly.
Sumbar. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, they've got something bigger than the sky, what the spine, the sky, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
the know, you know, and they have these little things that can look on your windscreen if you've got it or not.
Yeah, so make sure you get that
Exactly.
toll. Yeah,
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 It's just peace of mind. It's
Yeah.
only a few euros.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
it's a
worth
good
trouble
point.
dodge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Well, thanks for that, guys. Yeah, appreciate that. And yeah, it's
Thank
always
you.
great to
Yeah.
catch up with
It's
you
good to
guys.
see you
Last
again.
time we was in Italy, weren't we?
was,
Last time I
yeah.
saw you, then we've
Yes,
seen you at
yeah.
Might see you in England.
yeah,
one day.
Zwala. Yeah, I don't think I've seen you in England.
all over the world.
yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.
But we always catch
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But be careful with your back as well.
Yeah, no, I'm
alright?
going to be. As I say, I'm going home and I ain't going to have to do anything. I'm going to have my missus run ragged.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you the true story off camera. Yeah. All right, thanks again, guys.
Take care,
Cheers. It's always great to catch up with Steve and Joan. Yeah, great ambassadors for our hobby. Yeah, right now, going to get back, have a cup of tea, and have a bit of a regroup, and then slowly start getting my gear ready to pack up, getting it stored in Stu's van. As I say, he's staying on another week now with Denzel on Dave Brown's trip, so that all worked out nicely for him. And yeah, I'll be sleeping under the stars tonight, ready to do the off in the morning. But yeah, right now still got 24 hours or just a bit less, and yeah, feeling confident and excited. Dan,
Yes, mate.
how you getting on?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah?
We're doing all right.
How'd you get on last night then?
We got a 27 last night, and what else did we have? Roy had 32, so I've had a few. Slower than it has been, to be fair, but what about yourself? You caught anything?
I had one this morning, 56, and Stu had a 50 just afterwards.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was well pleased with that, but didn't have anything in the night other than a really good night's
Yeah.
kip, which I needed. Yeah, it looks like Stuart's in. He just said Stu's rods have been beeping and one thing and another. I'm just walking down to swim and he's in. Cole, did you say you wanted your good side?
I've got one.
You have a bit of fun with it, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly that.
Otherwise, everyone would be off the video as quick as that.
So, boys,
Kicking and poking that when we're doing it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it can
Full
be.
years on your legs.
Yeah.
we're here Saturday afternoon at Sumbar. I'm leaving tomorrow. You're taking over tomorrow on your week, Dave. Yeah. We've known each other a long while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us what you're about, your firm, and where you're going with all of this, and where Colin's involved and so forth. Meeting Colin for the first time, but feel like I know him. Cole's a scout. Oh, you're not a scouser. You told me no. Okay. Right.
On the borders of.
From the world, the posh parts of it.
Yeah. See the size of his ass.
Well, anyway, so tell us what's it all about?
So we are Carp Escapes. We're a group of 5 boys. Four boys and a girl. Karen, Amish, Danny Venroy, Peter and myself. Yeah, I bumped into the guys there on a trip here last year. Started getting involved with them. Yeah, Carp Escapes is a new company just into its 2nd year. And yeah, we've got some spots all around Europe, including this one at Lake Sumbar in Croatia. And we have 12 weeks on here in 2-week sessions. Yeah, only all 7-week events. Yeah, unless you're on a 2-week pickup. We fish different sections to how the guys are fishing this week. Yeah, not too much difference.
So, in summary, then, you're a travel agent.
We are a travel
that's
agent.
catering for carp anglers.
Carp anglers, yeah.
And who want to fish around various parts of Europe.
Exactly that. Yeah. So from as north as Slovakia and as east to Romania, coming back through Hungary, Croatia, Italy, and France, we've got different locations with cabins, with houses. Yeah, bits of everything. Family holidays. We have different options. You can drive and survive, as a lot of people do, but we've now started to bring in the flying options, where we give you all the equipment as far as bivvies and chairs and
Everything.
cookers, fridges, everything like that.
So I can get on a plane at Heathrow, wherever.
Exactly that, yeah.
Turn up the other end.
Yeah.
Get a cab.
Yeah.
Yeah, to where I've got to go.
£120.
You've got everything else. Yeah, no, don't even go to that. That'll wind me up.
For instance, I left Manchester at 6 this morning. I was at Lake Sumbar at 1:30.
Right.
I brought me reels, all end tackle, alarms, sent leads and bait. They arrived 2 days ago. And everything's here for me. It's so easy in comparison to the journeys we've done. All our lives, really, fishing. Especially coming this far, I mean, it can make you really ill doing the journey, you know. So
yeah, I mean, it's an 18-hour journey down from let's say from Calais, yeah, and then you take the boys that are above Birmingham. It's another 4, 5, 6 hours down towards Folkestone before you're getting on a train. So you're nearly looking at a 2-day travel path. Yeah, and this is why we brought in the flying mentality. Yeah, and with respect, we want to make sure we've got the right tackle for you guys. Yeah, and it's going to be high-end tackle. You know, to know that you've got every component you'd normally use in your own box. You know, that we'd have it here from decent rods.
It's better than my stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
It is.
Yeah,
Genuinely
and
is.
look, with respect of everything that you'd want, yeah, there's always a request. You can always ask for something. Yeah,
It's luxury. It's luxury.
Yeah,
So you're sorting the food, the whole lot, the bait. You know, you're buying the bait that you need from you guys.
Yeah, so we've got a bait we've got our own bait brands. Yeah, we hire bait boats out. We hire power packs out. Obviously,
But
again,
then there's a standard package of your oven and everything else you'll need anyway.
Yeah, look,
just
with respect, it's having just the two, having a little burner that you can use a ridge monkey and have a bit of that on it. Yeah, we have actual cookers. You can throw a chicken. You have a roast chicken. We have a roast dinner. Yeah, on the bank. Yeah, maybe not so much in this weather, but you can have everything. The commodities are there to be used. Yeah, for and all dietary as well. You know, making sure you've got all different things. We've got boxes that you can put all your food in to contain it and make sure it's not just in bags and things like that. Doing runs to the also what we do start this week. We'll start doing runs to the supermarket for people so they can just sit here and fish. Yeah, and bring them cold beer and do this and do that. Yeah, we have a barbecue afternoon. Yeah. And
so with your venues that you've got then, you can drive to them if you want to.
Of course you can,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, so you've got the option of driving, and guys, I'll overlay the website address that people can see, but you've got a number of fisheries, so they can go online, look at the options of the fisheries, but the option for these far flung places. So if it was in France, chances are people would want to drive. If you're coming over to Eastern Europe, chances are you have the option of flying, which I see more and more people taking up.
I think the encouragement really is for people to, a lot of customers say when we started talking to the boys, we've done a lot of shows there in Holland and the UK there last week where Colin helped us out with that. Colin's a big name coming out of the north of England. Yeah, so the nice thing about that was showcasing, more what you can get and think, look, it's only a week's holiday. It's not always, you don't have to worry too much about your own tackle, but we would never give you, poor equipment, but more importantly to know, and we've done a numbers game, on the strength of how much time it takes for you to have off work, your travel time across, the cost of doing that against, with respect, okay, look, we're in August at the moment, so you're in that period of school holidays, and flights would be a little bit more expensive. Colin had a trip out of the UK, had to go to Holland, into Amsterdam with a link flight down into Zagreb, and it's taken him 6 hours. Normally a flight from London Heathrow, into Zagreb, it's 2.25 hours.
Well, I caught a 9 AM flight from Heathrow, Terminal 5, and I come through the gate here, local time, 2:30.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, if you're going to drive to somewhere like here and you're coming for a week, the truth is the journey is going to take a day or two of your fishing away. Not the journey, because of the tiredness and it just takes it out of you because it's so far. Even from London, never mind from where I live. So again, the plane is just, for me, it's the future, without a doubt.
No, I envisage, I've done it before. I've done it at KC in early 2000s. I've done it, in Spain. I've done it subsequently other places, Parco, for example. And it's a doddle. And this trip has reminded me what a doddle it can be. And because it is so far, like you say, to drive here, I saw it as going to Rainbow and half again. Well, Rainbow's a ball buster, let alone having to do it half again.
And if you have an off all week, you've been fishing non-stop, you could then drive home for 24 hours, you know. But if you're just going to get the plane, I mean...
So your website, guys can go on it, see what you've got, get an idea of what the costs are, etc.
It's price on availability. Well, there's no prices on the website because we're trying to cater for different people, different groups. So there's some man management on numbers. To assist. Look, you've got boys just coming in on a single. The numbers are the numbers. But if we've got bigger groups, then we're going to care for them people. And with respect, you've got some older guys that really are not going to be doing that journey. So some guys might want to fly in and the tackle be brought down by the boys like you've had this week. So. Look, I think the most important thing from where we are, we ask and we censor it out, and then we're going to get a response. So look, it's a young company. It's just our first year, really on the flying packages, and we start to really see it this week. Like with Colin, we've got some more customers coming in tomorrow. We have more customers flying in next week. So we're going to really start to understand that. Look, full well when you go on your holidays and you can drive with all your kit. Sometimes you look around and you go, listen, I don't need half of it. But look.
And I'm one of them people who's always been, I really like my own stuff. We're used to it, we really are. But again, when you're turning up and the stuff is better or as good as your own, you've got your own line, your own ledge and your own end tackle. all of a sudden it feels like your own anyway.
Yeah, I think with respect, all the equipment we're using is from Ridge Monkey, it's from Rod Hutchinson, it's from Solar, it's from Nash. So look, with respect of them 4 brands, they're probably the top 4 on the market, aren't they?
Like I say, it's better than my stuff, definitely.
Yeah, and I've just actually, fair enough. I just bought a Ridge Monkey grinder off of Lewis over there to give to him because he hasn't got one.
Right,
So look, we've
just bought a Ridge Monkey bucket for the
just to help him out.
Yeah.
We've got some in the van, but because he hasn't got one, and everyone's going to want a bit, so I said to him, look, I've just bought that one off of Lewis over there.
Can we?
Eh?
Can't leave them out.
No, of course you can't. Look, most important thing is about the customers, not really about us. I'm going to be skivvying around here all week doing some live videos and things like that, and I'm here to help. Yeah.
Well, what we'll do is then I'll overlay the website, contact details, etc.
Yeah.
And then people will get an insight through that with more information. And what about Facebook page? Have you got Facebook or anything?
Yeah, Carpet Skate's Facebook page.
Yeah.
Or you've got Dave Brown's on a personal one, Danny Venroy's on a personal one.
Personally as well.
Yeah, so I'll put those contact details overlay, and then people can investigate it with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly, as I say, if I was coming back here, I would not be driving. If I was going to other locations that boys have been talking about this last few days here, I don't know, Hungary and Slovakia and other places, I wouldn't dream of driving.
Another thing of that is as well, I've been here 3 times now, I've not had a problem sending things by freight. Leads and whatever else you may need, which is bulk, bait, whatever, send it by freight on a Saturday, it arrives Thursday, 2 days before you.
Yeah, we don't have any. The only rules that are on here are what the fishery set. Otherwise, collectively as an organisation, we don't set rules. We're here to make sure that every customer gets what he needs. And if we can help him out by some bait delivery or lead delivery or bits like that, then we can do that. And look, it's everything's simple in today's world. Yeah, I mean, you sent some bait that was here within 3 days.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. All right, boys. All right, super. Yeah, lovely.
Nice,
thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks, yeah, it was nice to catch up with Dave and Colin there, and as I say, for those interested, I'll overlay the contact details. But as they said, and we were talking more off camera, they had to shoot off. But if you look on their website, there's quite a number of fisheries they have access to that they've got weeks booked on. You can drive and survive and do your own thing, or as we said, for those more far-flung destinations, particularly the likes of here, for example, then the option there is to fly. And trust me, having done it and going home tomorrow, knowing that I'm leaving tomorrow lunchtime and I'm home for tea time, counts for a lot in my book. But anyway, as I say, everyone's got their own way of doing things. Meanwhile, just had dinner, having a cup of tea, and then I'm going to regroup 2 of the rods. The 3rd rod, the one close in, I'm leaving that now. Just doing the other 2, and let's see what happens. Well, it's 9:30 Sunday morning. Didn't have anything in the night. A really quiet night. Packed away now. Just going to have a quick shower up at the clubhouse. Catch up with Stu. And Kristof is about. Get to the airport. I've got a taxi booked at 10. So yeah, skirting about. And it's going to be red hot today. I think they've got a red hot week ahead. But the fish have it. So anyway, let's get sorted. Yeah, buddy. Right, I'm off to the airport. Yeah, you've got another week. Yeah, and been a cracking 10 days, Stu.
Been great, mate. Been
great.
It
really has been good. Yeah, he probably looked after me and I've looked after him.
Disappointed with a number of fish, but that's some
it's
decent
what it
fish.
is. The 60 and 250s, can't knock that,
sizes,
can you?
Yeah.
And but you got another week to make it happen. And
hopefully.
Yeah, we'll catch up when we're back.
You
You're Turkish, don't I? So great shout. So I'm going to get the cab now. It's just 10 o'clock and my flight's at 1:30. And I'll keep in radio contact daily with you and keep you posted.
Yeah, we'll do, mate.
Yeah, all right, buddy.
It's been
great.
a pleasure.
Yeah, great stuff. Right. Well, morning, guys. It's Monday, 17th of August, and I've been back just over a week from Sumbar, and Stuart stayed on another week with Dave Brown and his lads and their trip, and he caught some nice fish. Not so many, but he caught some nice ones, and I'll be catching up with him either tonight on his way home or tomorrow. But before I go on to Sumbar, I'm not quite sure when you're watching this video if I've incorporated this in the bows and rainbow trip, whether it all becomes one big video. I'm not too sure, but either way, to sum up Sumbar, without Stu I wouldn't have got through that, And Stu, when you're watching this, mate, thanks for looking after me. My back is much better now, but I'm just waiting for a scan date to check it out. But yeah, it weren't without its troubles when I got back, that's for sure. But without wishing to labour that, yeah, I had a great 10 days at Sumbar, and yeah, caught some lovely fish. Didn't quite get the big one. There weren't many big ones caught. I don't know what's been caught big wise the last week or so. But anyway, it's not always about big fish, apparently. And yeah, had a great trip. So thanks again, Stu, and not least of all the guys that we got to meet out there. Some great fellas from other parts of the world that you know, is what carp fishing is all about, and what some of those lads are catching over in Eastern Europe is astonishing. And yeah, I can't help thinking there'll be more and more people venturing out there. Although for me, having had that benefit of flying, I don't think I could do it any other way. That drive, I just, you know, Rainbow's about as far as I can do. To do that drive, full credit to Stu and everyone else that does it, and that's why Dave and his colleagues have got you know, got the idea that you can fly, and they provide all the gear, and that might be the way to do it in future for me. But as I say, for now, yeah, Stu, thanks. As I speak and as I conclude this video, and without wishing to labour it, we're now going into this French thing from Saturday morning, where we've got a quarantine over there. Then returning, you've got a quarantine here, all that sort of stuff. I'm really not sure about all this COVID malarkey. It's been confusing. That said, I wouldn't want to be a government member. Feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, not least of all keeping the economy going. So that's a subject that's, you know, not as many as we can. That's a subject, yeah, too detailed and too complicated to be discussing on my videos. So for now, as I say, I've had 3 great trips, not without their frustrations. Bows, followed by Rainbow, followed by Sumbar. As I say, when you're watching this, not quite sure how the edit's going to go. My colleague's too busy to be editing this right now, and I have to work around her. So, yeah, and my next trip at the moment will be second half of September. I've got some sessions to do over my syndicate, which I'm looking forward to. I need to go and catch a couple more out of there. Having walked around there last week, seeing some amazing fish 15 minutes from where I live, I need to go and give that a go. But yeah, the chances are I'll be out in September, all being well, second half of September. And yeah, thanks again for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed this. And where I've played it back in the office, I think it captures the fact that you know, a few of those trips weren't without their, or 2 of them trips weren't without their, well, all 3 of them trips weren't without their frustrations.